Ladies and gentlemen, as Bitcoin remains slow, we're going to divert our attention today to look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, look at Ethereum BTC, look at Ethereum and look at the total three cryptocurrency market cap charts. And all of these charts are going to give us quite a bit more insight into the potential altcoin season, which in my opinion is beginning now. Either beginning now or beginning very, very shortly on the next move. Okay, that's kind of my take on altcoin season right now. I don't think it's 100% confirmed to have begun currently. But I think it's very much getting there, and I think it is the likely scenario that we do see an altcoin season, if not already starting extremely shortly. But a lot of preliminary evidence is actually suggesting that it's happening right now as we speak. So that's very interesting. We spoke about that actually a couple of weeks ago in a video we did, but we're going to speak about it again as Bitcoin kind of slows here. We're just going to go over a few charts, look into any updates we've seen in these charts and what they suggest, and ultimately coming to the question, should you be accumulating altcoins right now? Well, I'm going to answer that question right away. You should have been doing it already. Okay, I think you should have been doing it already. And if you haven't already done so, it is my personal opinion that yes, that now is the time to do it. Now is the time to either buy altcoins flat out or start converting Bitcoin into altcoins. Not in a lump sum, okay, but incrementally. And when the evidence progresses even further, yes, you can incrementally continue to do so. That's my general take. Before I even get into anything, I may as well just get it out there. Now let's actually get into stuff. Just briefly before we do that though, check out the VIP group on Telegram. We do altcoin trading plans there 4 to 5 times a week with a 77% win rate over the course of 18 months, which is pretty bloody good in my opinion. And it's fully transparent. I've got nothing to hide. The results are all there and they're all accessible right there on the group chat. So if you want to get access to a VIP group where you can exclusively discuss the market with exclusive members and get trading plans, etc. for altcoins, you can do so there on the VIP group. The link is down below. Let's get into the content today. All right. Where do we start here? We're going to start off with the Bitcoin dominance chart, and we're going to try and keep it a bit more specific today, rather than just broadly analyzing these charts. Look, everyone knows what this chart is by now. If you don't know what the Bitcoin dominance chart is, you're either been living under a rock or you're completely new to the market. Just very, very simply put, it is a chart that displays the strength of Bitcoin in relation to altcoins, okay? So when this chart moves upwards, it means that Bitcoin is outperforming altcoins, and when it moves downwards, it means that altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin, meaning that in order to see an altcoin season, which is when you see the vast majority of your bull market returns, okay, you need this chart to move downwards. So we're looking for this chart and we're hoping this chart will enter a downwards trend while the market will remain in an upwards trend. Because the market generally goes upwards massively while this chart is dropping, okay? So Bitcoin, if we just overlay the Bitcoin chart, let's just get Bitcoin and let's just overlay it here on the Bitcoin dominance chart. And let's adjust the scale here to get a logarithmic scale. And we'll see very clearly right here, when Bitcoin dominance, okay, is going downwards, let's make it a log chart here. When Bitcoin dominance is going downwards massively, you generally see Bitcoin in a massive bull market. The same thing has happened every single time. Now, right now, Bitcoin is in a bull market, but it hasn't entered the parabolic phase yet, okay? We're still lurking around the prior all-time high level. We haven't broken out into a massive upward trajectory yet across the broader market. There is still a degree of fear, okay? And in order for this altcoin season to occur, it needs to be complete parabolic, complete euphoria, complete parabolia. There needs to be no degrees of fear in the market. That's the only way that altcoins, or very small degrees at least, that's the only way that altcoins will outperform Bitcoin. Because in order for altcoins to outperform Bitcoin, we need to have a situation where people are actively selling their Bitcoin and putting the money into altcoins, or actively choosing just to go straight into altcoins, which isn't a normal thing that people do. Okay, in regular market environments or in bear markets, people go to Bitcoin first. But we need a situation where people are so greedy that they go straight into altcoins, okay? And greed, an environment with that much greed is only formed in a parabolic bull market when returns are 100, when coins are 100xing every single day, okay? Very important to understand that. So we're looking for this chart to go downwards. And if this chart goes downwards, that means we're in an altcoin season, all right? And guess what? If Bitcoin goes downwards, this chart will go upwards. Because if Bitcoin goes downwards, there will be no greedy environment and people will flock into Bitcoin for safety. So we're looking for this chart to drop. And there is a degree of good news here. The chart is looking like it might drop very soon. The chart broke out of a very long-term descending resistance line, but came right up to a resistance zone in red, and rejected from it, came back down, tried to do a successful resistance support flip, couldn't quite gather the upwards momentum, dropped down again, including a drop below a long-term ascending support line, and it's now testing that long-term resistance line again for support. So it hasn't actually entered a full breakdown yet. In order to enter a full breakdown, we need to break that yellow line. And we also need to break this white line here on the RSI, which is currently testing for support. And this is why I'm saying that an altcoin season is not confirmed, but it is looking more likely than not for other factors. There are other reasons why it's looking more likely than not. One of them is this chart right here, the total 3 cryptocurrency market cap chart. This is a chart that measures the strength of, that measures the entire altcoin market cap. So every single dollar invested in altcoins. So it's kind of like the total cryptocurrency market cap chart minus Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it's altcoin market cap chart. And we're copying the exact same pattern we did in the last cycle. It was a 5-step pattern. Okay, step 1 was bottoming out. Step 2 was the first kind of move. Step 3 was a consolidation. Step 4 was our final consolidation. And step 5 was breaching all-time highs. Okay, we're on the exact same pattern right now. We're on the final step before breaching all-time highs. We should be moving upwards very shortly. And if we overlay the Bitcoin chart to this chart right here, and we see what Bitcoin was doing, let's get it set up here and then I'll show you. We'll see what Bitcoin was doing at the last step in the last cycle. We can see very clearly that after step 4, when the market started moving upwards again, when Bitcoin started moving upwards again, that's when altcoins started outperforming Bitcoin. So we can go ahead and take Bitcoin dominance. It's probably a better chart to look at actually rather than the Bitcoin chart. We'll take Bitcoin dominance, okay, and we'll overlay it here on this chart. And we can see that Bitcoin dominance, one second, actually started dropping, okay, after we started moving upwards out of the 4th step. That's when Bitcoin dominance started dropping. So that means that when the 4th step completed, when the final consolidation completed, and we entered that parabolic bull market, and we broke the all-time high, the prior all-time high on this chart, okay, that's when Bitcoin dominance started dropping. That's when we saw the altcoin season. So again, let's just recap here. We're on the final step. We're on step 4, okay? The last time we were on step 4, when we started moving upwards into step 5, which was breaking all-time highs, that very moment is when Bitcoin dominance started dropping and altcoin season began. Now, given the fact that we're on the edge of completing that pattern and moving upwards, and given the fact that Bitcoin dominance is sitting right on top of support currently ready to break down, it does indicate that altcoin season could be confirmed very, very shortly. Basically, as soon as the market starts moving upwards again, we can see this chart start to tank, and we can see altcoins start to dramatically outperform Bitcoin. Now, very important note, that does not mean that Bitcoin will go downwards. Bitcoin will remain upwards like it did in the last cycle, okay? Bitcoin can still go upwards while Bitcoin dominance is dropping. Altcoin season can occur while Bitcoin is rising. It just means that altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin. It doesn't mean that Bitcoin's going down and altcoins are going up, okay? Bitcoin will be going up, but altcoins will be going up more. Now, again, based on the historical trend that I just showed you with this chart here, the total 3 cryptocurrency market cap chart, we are on the verge of not only entering a parabolic bull market across the crypto market, but also triggering an actual altcoin season and an actual breakdown in the Bitcoin dominance chart. The same can be said about the Ethereum BTC chart. It is finding very strong resistance right now, but again, it's on the brink, meaning that all we need is a little nudge and Ethereum BTC will go upwards, Bitcoin dominance will go downwards, the total 3 cryptocurrency market cap chart will go upwards, and we will see a parabolic bull market with an altcoin season. We just need a little nudge, but we're still on the edge. It's still not actually confirmed. So obviously there is a scenario here where Bitcoin dominance does something unusual. There is a scenario where, Bitcoin can go upwards and Bitcoin dominance will see one more bounce. That is a possibility. But if we're taking the macro data, the historical data, right, things that have happened in the last cycle, and we're applying it to this cycle, that is not what's likely to occur. What's likely to occur is a parabolic bull market starting around now and an altcoin season kicking off with that bull market beginning, or with that parabolic move beginning. So yeah, that's kind of the charts right now. That's what they're representing. I think it's very, very clear. I could show you the Ethereum chart. It's doing the exact same thing. I would have the exact same conclusions as I just had with the total 3 cryptocurrency market cap chart. I could look more into the Ethereum BTC chart. Again, I would have the exact same conclusions. The fact of the matter is, if we're using the historical data as gospel, which is the only thing we can do, really. We can't really do anything else. If we're talking about predicting future price action, the only thing we have is historical trends, right? Because people say, oh, why don't you look at the macro more? And by macro, I mean the economy. Why don't you look at that more? Very simple. The economy, all right, the charts reflect the economy. Everything that's happening in the charts right now is a reflection of everything that people are saying that I should look at more. Meaning, I don't really even need to spend much time looking at that. I can just look at the charts directly and cut out the middleman. Very important to understand that. The charts are a reflection of everything. The charts aren't a random thing. They don't do whatever they want. They are a reflection of market sentiment, which is based on the macroeconomy, based on many other factors. The charts are the most direct form of analysis that you can have. So when I look at the charts, I establish these trends from historical bull markets that we've seen, and I apply them to the current bull market, and that is obviously the only way in which we could ever possibly come to a prediction about what might happen next. And right now, that conclusion, the objective conclusion, right? This isn't even my opinion, it's just an objective conclusion, is that if we apply what happened in prior bull markets to the current bull market, what we should be seeing next is a move upwards across the broader market as a whole, but altcoins starting to outperform Bitcoin. That's just the objective fact. It's not even my opinion. So I hope you guys understand the distinction there. And I don't say that lightly, right? When I say it's not my opinion, it's an objective fact, I'm trying to be as true as possible. That's just what it is. That's what's happened in the last two occurrences. So it's not even really my opinion when I say that's what's, I'm just applying the data again. And that's the only reasonable way we could ever come to a prediction about what will happen here. And obviously, if we're going to be structuring a portfolio, we need to have some sort of idea of what might happen next. Now, I do suggest that you take a more reactive path in general this cycle. Obviously, this cycle I've seen some preliminary deviations from what's happened in previous cycles. Like, for example, we broke all-time highs before the halving. That has never happened before. We have moved faster and earlier than expected. That's very, very well supported at this point. That's a fact. And so you could look at that data and you could say, okay, I'm going to be more reactive rather than predictive. And I do think that's a good idea. And that's why I said at the start of the video, even though all the data points to an altcoin season occurring and Bitcoin and cryptocurrency going upwards massively starting right now, even though that's what all the data says, I still think you shouldn't just go 100% in altcoins, because we need to leave room for reactivity. We need to leave room for the unknown. All right. So that's actually a bit of a conservative approach I'm taking here. But to answer the question, should you be accumulating altcoins right now? Should you be buying altcoins right now? And obviously right now is used in a vague sense. I'm not talking like right now today. I'm talking in this vague macro region. I mean, the data historically is very clearly saying yes. So I hope that was a clear video. I hope it was concise enough. I do think I did stutter around the point there a little bit. Apologies for that. Apologies if it came across as slightly confusing, but I think I got the points out altogether in the end. If you stuck around to the end, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And go ahead and check out our exchanges, okay? We've got the BingX exchange, we've got the BitGet exchange, and we've got the Bitunix exchange. All of these exchanges are filling in different niches, okay? They've all got different use cases. They've all got different accessibility. So check down below and see which one matches your use case and accessibility best. But all of those have the same rewards, okay? If you sign up with my referral link to any of these exchanges, you'll get a 15% trading fee discount for life. And you'll also get access to exclusive reward centers with thousands of dollars in USDT rewards. I've structured partnerships so that they're the same across the board. So very good discounts, very good rewards with my referral link exclusively. It takes 15 seconds to sign up, or 30 seconds, whatever it is. So go ahead and do that if you're interested. Pick your exchange. The links are down below. And then finally, the Crypto Academy's Become a Trader bull market sale will teach you everything you need to know about trading in time for this bull market, okay? Bull market sale, limited price, or a decreased price for a limited time. All the information's on the website. Check it out. And then finally, again, the VIP group on Telegram. We discussed it at the start of the video. Altcoin trading signals, VIP group chat, everything you want's in there. Check all those things out. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you tomorrow. Cheers.